Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. It's the American Legion Choteau Rodeo. Along with Vance Ruff, I'm Jeff Marn. Folks, we've got a lineup of rodeo that you're not going to want to miss. Vance Ruff, let's talk about it.
Well, it's sanctioned by the Northern Rodeo Association. That is Montana, one of the largest regional associations. Jeff, you and I both got our start in the NRA. We're proud to be here. A lot of all-star contestants. Choteau American Legion Rodeo. It's going to be great.
It's a lineup of great contestants, a packed crowd, and what an event we're about to see. Part 1 of the American Legion Rodeo and Choteau. Stick around right after this.
Out here, we love our animals, from the wildlife to the livestock. Inside, it's the same. They're just like family. We keep them happy and healthy, most of the time. Secondhand smoke puts pets at risk for cancer, feline lymphoma, vomiting, increases the risk of tumors and lung cancer, even causes eye and skin disease. Secondhand smoke puts your pet's life at risk.
Hey, Neil Bama here. At Bama Truck Sales, we buy, sell, and rent heavy trucks, trailers, and construction equipment. We have the largest selection in the Northwest. Check them out at yellowiron.com or just stop by our yard in Choteau or Great Falls. Check out our featured item of the week, and we'll leave the headlights on for you.
Still not signed up for Watch TV Everywhere from Three Rivers? You're missing out. With Watch TV Everywhere, catch up on your favorite series, watch movies, and even live sports, when and where you want on all your connected devices. It's a great way to get even more value from Three Rivers 3RTV at no extra charge. Don't miss out. You're clicks away from the awesomeness that is Watch TV Everywhere. Visit threerivers.net/TV to sign up.
Welcome back. 72nd Annual Choteau American Legion Rodeo. Saddle bronc riding, TJ Green, Cohagen, Montana, matched with Ruby Valley from Jacobs Rodeo.
Yeah, Ruby Valley, what a great horse there. No, Mr. Green having a tough day at the office, but we're just going to go to bragging on that good paint horse from Jacobs Rodeo Company. I tell you what, he had an opportunity right there to jump all over that leaderboard. The first guy out tonight, though. We're going to see some horsepower in the first section coming up. Watch it. I didn't know if he got kind of launched over that front. He tried a mark-out rule come into effect, and boy, I'm telling you what, he set up, and they just launched him, stood him up in those swells a little bit and spit him out of there.
Well, a no score for TJ Green. Good shot of your rodeo pickup man, Michael Beatty, Shane Moran. So we go to Guy Simonton from Whitewater. Juan Valdez.
Yeah. You want to be in the right place on this horse, I can tell you that. The old champion coming up. This is Mr. Consistency here, but I'm telling you what, Juan Valdez is making a trail back to old Mexico right now. Not really the best trip we've seen out of him here today.
Whalen Tire replay will really kind of show it, and I think you and I both saw the same thing. First step out, Guy, excellent work with the feet right there, but he gets hung. And you see him kind of just get stuck right there. It almost set him down, and then he gets back in his seat. By this point, the horse just kind of tapers off on him.
Yeah, he was tapering out all right, for sure. But I'll tell you what, we talked about the consistency of Guy Simonton over the years. It's hard to keep your composure for that many years and be such a great talent in the saddle bronc. With a 65-point marking coming up for the Whitewater man, we'll see how it comes to play.
Yancey Hawley now, Hayes, Montana. Jacobs Rodeo's Northern Lights.
Now this is supposed to be a Buck and Jose. I'm really excited to see this matchup, especially the Northern Lights, because they're supposed to be able to kick the lights out. They said they're awful high on this horse.
Well, speaking of high,
yeah,
I'm going to say Northern Lights got some airtime right there.
Big, stout bucking horse from the Jacobs Rodeo Company. I'm telling you what, some outstanding pickup crew that we have with us here. Our pickup men, Michael Beatty and Shane Moran. Announcer here tonight on hand is Larry Lorang. But watch the power in that great animal right there. I really liked it. Would have loved to have seen it gone on for a few more seconds just to see the power, how that came to play. But a no score here tonight for the Hayes, Montana man.
Well, the judges are watching closely, and we talk about them. Phil Luman, one of our great rodeo officials, the veteran. So we get set to go. Chase Casterline, Belgrade, Montana.
Yeah, the bartender, the bucking horse from Jacobs Rodeo Company, not where you need to be. Chase Casterline to get started out. We talked about the mark-out rule, and I don't know if he was trying to emphasize on getting his feet up there, but he just stiffened up and couldn't get in time with that horse, and it didn't work for him as we watched the Whalen Tire replay coming up.
It almost likes it dropped out of there. He was trying to set his feet.
He was having a rough day and failed to mark him out.
Yeah, it really didn't set him up to succeed. There's a good shot of our pro rodeo officials back there, Phil Lumen. Jason Netwig, two of the good officials in the Northern Rodeo Association on board with us. No score for Chase Casterline. Cole Thorson, Dillon, Montana, dry meat from Jacobs Rodeo.
Now here is a past champion of the Northern Rodeo Association. He should be able to have some fun with this matchup. We've seen him take a lot of money over the past year on this great bucking horse right here. But not the easiest one to twist if you see him kind of getting jerked over there. But the good thing about Cole, he's a veteran. He kind of lets him lengthen that rein, go a little bit, kicked his feet out. He's a whale of a horse trainer too. He's on the back of an animal about 7 days of the week. So watch this. Takes the power. I mean, lifted his head up. That's when you know you got one really trying to take it all. But he loosened up a little bit, started getting in time, and that's where the points are going to come to play. It should reflect nicely on the score for the Whalen Tire replay. Nice little shot of the classic event in Rodeo our Saddle Bronc ride.
Boy, a couple of times right there, Jeff Martin spurring over the rein. I think the judges are going to like it. How about 80 points for the ride, Cole Thorson?
Yeah, nice little gift there for him here. Cowboy Christmas, 72nd Annual American Legion Rodeo, Choteau, Montana is looking good.
Colton Wild, Bozeman, Montana. The college student athlete, Candyland from Jacobs Rodeo.
Candyland, another one of the good ones. They have an outstanding set of bucking horses here, but I don't know where things went wrong here, but we're going to have to watch the replay on that. The young talent there, wiping the dust off his Wrangler jeans, shaking his head.
Well, we talked about him last spring. He's really trying hard. He's getting things figured out. Young, talented saddle bronc rider. If he keeps after it, but boy, he's in a tough spot. You can see that foot bucked right up underneath him, and he couldn't get it back out of there, and it's off to the races. Setting him down too soon, no score for Colton Wild.
Yeah, what a great attitude, like we said, though. That young man has a lot of talent, a lot of try, and he just no quit in him, so he'll be back on a better day.
Speaking of Bobcats, Keenan Reinhardt, there's a big future for this young man. Keenan just graduating college, setting his feet and going to work.
Yeah, Keenan Reinhardt. Look at this guy. How the Classic Event of Rodeo was named was spur strokes like this guy right here. What a beautiful, beautiful demonstration on how to do it. He is a talent. You're going to see his name in a lot of winner circles here when it's all said and done, Vance Ruff.
Blowing smoke from Jacobs Rodeo. What a great replay shot from Whalen Tire and our camera crew right there.
You know, right off the bat, there was a little bobble. You saw him kind of trying to get in time with that. The horse had some hesitation, but when he did get lined out, look at this guy go to work.
They call it the Classic Event Rodeo for a reason. Boy, Keenan Reinhardt looking good.
Exposure and those spur strokes really came to play. A 77-point marking for the Bozeman, Montana man. We got more bronc riding coming up.
Bo Michael, Cutbank, Montana. Tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, Slim Shady from Jacobs Rodeo.
Yeah, he wears the buckle of the past championship, many times Montana Circuit Finals, Northern Rodeo Association Finals, Indian National Finals. You're not going to get that guy on the ground very often. A stunt double in his off time. He's a busy cowboy.
Boy, what a great shot of the clock right there. 8 seconds. That's the rules. Ride him for 8. 7.23 coming down. Let's watch the replay. Take us through this, Jeff Marn. Bo Michael, you said it. It's hard to get him on the ground.
Yeah, Slim Shady. That horse, I think, has about a 90% buck-off rate here tonight because he is a very hard horse to get in time with. And he's D'ing up right there, trying to just get through the battle, but it didn't work for him. That's a great talent right there. We're going to see him back, but a no score here this afternoon.
Measuring off the bronc rein. Great shot from our camera crew. Dan Williams, Dillon, Montana.
Yeah, Dan
Wild
Williams.
card.
Yes, wild card. The big white gelding, I do believe, from Jacobs Rodeo Company. Dan is going to have to go back to the practice pen after that one, because I don't know what the start happened. We're going to have to watch the replay coming up as our good pickup men coming in, Michael Beatty, Shane Moran.
It was right here at the beginning too, wasn't it, Jeff?
Yeah, he went to lift, and I don't know, something shot the weight. Maybe the length of the rein was a little off. I'm not quite sure what went wrong, but it's a good learning curve here to do. And we talked about a full capacity crowd as you're looking around here, the 72nd Annual American Legion here in Choteau. Outstanding rodeo, but it got to him a little bit here today.
Rearing back, Caleb Meeks, Geraldine Montana setting his feet. Nasty Nell, the bucking horse he's drawn this afternoon.
Yeah, the Meeks family. We saw the family members a little bit older. We told you about the family tradition. A young man, though, that, you know, maybe a little bit too much horse here this afternoon, but a young kid, I think, that also has a lot of try. You're going to see a lot of him.
Watch the replay right here, Jeff. Was it too short of a rein? Because watch the power.
It did jerk him over the dashboard, didn't it?
It did, and I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and also that rear out. He kind of, you saw the whites of his eyes too. In that horse, it's a weird feeling when you got one rearing up out of the bucking chutes like that. So the Geraldine man will get a no score here, but we've got more bronc riding to go.
Tanner Hollenbeck, Dylan Montana, the college student. Bubble up. I like this matchup.
He's in the top 10 of both associations right now, the Montana Circuit and the Northern Road Association. So Tanner, another one of the good cowboys, been there, done that. A veteran trying to get some money here today, and it's looking pretty nice. We're going to have to see what the officials say about this. It's starting to be a riding contest, Vance.
Making the 8-second whistle, you see it more and more and more from young Tanner. The consistency as he walks back. 50 points for the horse, 50 points for the rider. We're going to watch the Whalen Tire replay. Great shot of the markout rule.
Yeah, his father's a great photographer there. Great family and all around rodeo. Just smiles on their faces all the time. It's good to see those kind of people when you're going up and down the trail here today. So score's going to be coming in on the Whalen Tyler replay.
Look, he's an all-around talent. He's a great cowboy, like you said. It's a great family. Shaking hands, checking things out, 79 points on the ride. Good job, Tanner Hollenbeck.
Yeah, part of the game, shaking hands, kissing babies, Vance Ruff. We're going to go to the leaderboard right now, and it looks like Cole Thorson with that 80-point marking. Tanner Hollenbeck with a 79, Keenan Reinhardt 77. We're going to wind it up in the top 4 with Guy Simonton. We'll be right back after this. And we're back for saddle bronc riding here.
Monty Johnson, Hamer, Idaho, and today has drawn Feather Woman from Jacobs Rodeo.
Feather Woman, the big black and white painted horse from Jacobs Rodeo Company. Some ducks and dives and awful hard to ride here. Monty Johnson, the all-around cowboy. We're going to have to go to the judge's decision on this one. It's awful close to that 8-second whistle. We're getting thumbs up, and the good news for the Idaho talent, we're going to have a qualified ride coming in. Looking at the Whalen Tire replay. Right out of there, that first jump kind of went down a little bit on that front end. Monty Johnson, big tough cowboy we talked about. Bull rider, boxer, saddle bronc rider. And I mean, hung in there with a 70-point marking coming up here today. 70 points will put him in some money right now with a chip and a chair. As we go back to the buck and shoots.
Now let's watch Tyler Friend, Driggs, Idaho, and the good bucking horse, Stormin' Norman.
Tyler Friend, a good cowboy coming up to us. Another Jacobs Rodeo bronc underneath him. Big, long jump before he set up. Kind of set him out of there in them stirrups. A little tall in the saddle. There'll be a no score for him as we're going back on that replay. You'll see that long jump out, kind of a long stride before he actually set up and started kicking, making that cowboy kind of lose train of thought for just a split second and stood him up, set him out of there. So, no score. Back to bronc riding we go in the bucket shoots. We're going to go to the hometown cowboy.
Now we're watching Coulter Heckman, and a good horse underneath him from Jacobs Rodeo, Takuni.
You know, a tip of the hat goes to their family. Big loss in the community with his father, Rocky. As Coulter, just not his day today. They had the fun run honoring his dad, Rocky, earlier in the morning, so what an outstanding rodeo family, and our thoughts and prayers are with them as a no score comes up for Coulter Heckman as we're watching the Whalen Tire replay here tonight. Northern Rodeo Association champion at one time. Coulter offer a hard to ride bronc here as we're looking at the Whalen Tire replay, but he'll dust his chaps off and go to the next rodeo, and we'll see him on down the road. As we're back in the buck and shoots one more time, American Legion Choteau Rodeo back with Gerald Esch, the all-around.
I really like this matchup here. Gerald Esch in Eastern Front from Jacobs Rodeo. This will be a good one.
This cowboy at one time had won the saddle bronc riding, he'd won the bull riding, and won the all-around title of the Northern Rodeo Association. So a large house full of saddles, but it's not going to work here. Those horses cannot read resumes. As the good Trago, Montana man hits the arena floor with the no score here tonight. As we spoke about, pretty hard feat he had to do, winning all those saddles there years ago. A veteran in the game, goes to a lot of Montana Circuit rodeos, been in the circuit finals as well as the Northern Rodeo Association finals, but kind of that turnaround of the gate just got him thrown off there with the no score coming up for Gerald. We go here tonight, the big section of Jacobs Broncs. Now, if you're talking about bronc riders and tough cowboy country, we're talking Jordan, Montana. Jordan match bronc riding, of course, Talon.
Jordan, Montana, now Talon Nelson. And his draw today, High Noon from Jacobs Rodeo.
Seen Talon get up in the ranks here for a bit, but 4th of July, Cowboy Christmas, not been pretty for him here in Choteau with a no score for him here this afternoon. But watching that replay, kind of had a good mark out there. We watched him. But right here is where things kind of got off kilter, and I don't know what happened quite, but he'll figure it out. He'll be back. Whalen Tire replay bringing us that action as our outstanding pickup man once again right in there. Michael Beatty, Shane Moran, two of the best in their trade. Dick Lyman and the crew, always an outstanding set of horses. As
Finn Wolf, the bucking horse, next to go, and he's drawn a good cowboy, Dougie Hall from Browning, Montana.
Tell you what, if there's a man that'll have a smile on his face, rain or shine, it's this cowboy. Always tries, and that's what the name of the game is about. Not having the best horse to help him out here today, but Dougie Hall got one of the best attitudes in all of rodeo, so they set him down. We'll see what the judges have to say about that. Dougie Hall, tough horse to get tracked up with. Watching that replay, he was just hanging in any way, shape, or form possible. Doug could not get in time. Kind of running for Tulsa out there in a big arena here at the American Legion in Choteau. So score's going to be coming back on Doug's ride with a 63. Probably not going to get him much money here in Choteau, but like we talked about, he'll be back.
Now let's go to Dakota Munns. Skeeky Teep, the bucking horse.
Mr. Munns, a collegiate athlete. Another one of those guys that on any given moment, set him up with the right horse and the right opportunity, he'll go out there and make a bronc ride. As we watching that replay here, some things to be talking about. Dakota Munns. Kind of a little bit of a delay there. The chute helping him out there, get out of there nice and clean, but we're going to see what the officials have to say on that. He's setting him up, trying to get in timing. On the Wayland Tire replay, it looks like there might even be an option for a re-ride on this. A horse may not perform up to duty. You saw that big stall there as well. Kind of knocked his leg up into the chute, but it's official. We're going to have an option, a 68 with an option for a re-ride coming back. We'll see on officials what they have to say on that. I do believe by the look on his face, he's a good cowboy enough. He knows he could be a lot more points on another animal if given the opportunity, so he'll take that. We're going to go to Tucker Miller.
Tucker Miller from Denton, Montana, and a matchup with Kokomo this afternoon.
Denton, Montana, home of the Trojans. Denton Trojans for many years. Great athletic program. But the good young Denton, Montana introduced them big rank broncs of Jacobs Rodeo Company. Yes, coming down hard here tonight, but watching this on a good young bronc rider. This horse has been around, been in the NRA finals a bunch, so... And that's a good thing about youth. He'll dust his jeans off and go back to the next one and go back to the drawing board. But a no score will come up for the good Denton, Montana man for his outing here at the American Legion in Choteau, Montana with a no score. So
Cody Miller from Pryor, Montana. Now I like this matchup as well. The good bucking horse from Jacobs Rodeo, they call Dillinger.
Looking to put a big marking on the leaderboard here in the Choteau American Legion as we're going to get it kicked off here. Nice little start, but as you saw, the rule infraction right there, grabbing him, double grabbed him. Thumbs are going to be down and a no score for Cody Miller. Tough little bronc rider right there. We've seen him just make some outstanding moves and some bronc rides here this last year. But you saw him right over the get-go. That horse blew out of there, but the mark-out rule was not there. So either way, shape or form, it wasn't going to work out. So rather than waste anybody's time and himself just not in a great position, he decided, you know what, I'm going to double grab and go to the next rodeo. Good shot for the Wayland Tire replay as Cody Miller comes down. A no score here today. Yeah, good shot at the Z-Man. A no score for Cody. Zane Drzezinski, our funny man of the American Legion in Choteau. Back to the buck and shoots we go with Dakota Munns re-ride that we talked about earlier. Now, I'm excited for this kid because I think an opportunity he had. He saw that 68 points. He's enough cowboy and knows enough about rodeo. He says, I'm going to get back, but a wild, young gray bronc from Jacobs Rodeo Company had other things in mind for him here this afternoon, and a no score comes up for Dakota Munns. Just hard to twist that one. She watched a big lunge out, and I mean a sun-fishing son of a gun right here. And I mean Alamana left, and that's where he left him. Blew him out of the stirrups, right out of the saddle, and got a little mud in his feather here to kick him out of here on a 4th of July in Choteau with a no score. Oh, good shot of the beautiful American Legion as we go to the leaderboard. Cole Thorson with that 80 points, Tanner Hollenbeck with a 79, Keenan Reinhardt 77, Monty Johnson 70, and Guy Simonton that 65. We'll be back right after this.
Scrap metal for cash? Come visit us at Central Montana's leader in recycling, steel, etc. in Great Falls. Our center processes steel, stainless steel, aluminum, copper, brass, and lead. And we pay cash for scrap based on weight. We also accept batteries, electric motors, paper, cardboard, and more. And our roll-off containers are available for any scrap projects you have. We even buy and recycle junk cars. Trade your scrap for cash. Visit us at steeletc.com or call us at 761-4848.
Outstanding products help produce outstanding yields, which is why Valley Irrigation manufactures the most advanced center pivots, corners, and linears the irrigation industry has to offer. Our innovative technology and reliable dealers can help you save water, energy, and labor. No one else can offer you the same durability and dependability that a Valley machine can. Reliable water delivery is too important to entrust to anyone less than the leader in precision irrigation. Contact your local Valley dealer today.
Best Western Plus Heritage Inn is more than just an inn, it's your everything. With Great Falls' best conference rooms and every amenity you could want. Why go anywhere else? Especially with the Max Sports Bar and Casino, who has your favorite games, drinks, food, and 16 flat-screen TV. The Best Western Plus Heritage Inn and Max Sports Bar and Casino.
Food, fun, and friends at the Heritage Inn. Take it to the max.
Back in the ladies barrel racing, Gayleen Malone, Prairie, Montana is going to be the first one. She's going to set the pace, Jeff Marn. This is a veteran.
Yes, Gayleen, many-time qualifier for the Northern Women's Rodeo Association finals there. Outstanding family. Great horse trainer. As you're seeing, she's just making a picture-perfect run here to start us off on top of the ground tonight.
Stopping the clock at 17:96. That is a good start to the ladies barrel racing. That's Mom. Let's go to her young daughter, Miley Daly, Prairie, Montana. She's getting set to go. Mom's in the lead. Here comes Miley.
Yeah, Miley won't take a back seat to Mom any day either. I can tell you what, pretty competitive family right there, and I like it. A little trouble on that first barrel. Maybe leaned in with that shoulder a little bit, bumped it. We're going to add a 5-second penalty.
But not finishing around number 3, and you and I have talked a lot about her right here. A past all-around champion, many-time qualifier, 22.92 with the 5-second penalty. Jeff, then take her out of the money. Taylor Russell, Conrad, Montana, getting set to go. Here's another young superstar.
Yeah, she goes to a lot of great Northern Rodeo Association rodeos, goes to a lot of the circuit rodeos around there, so kind of a player on both ends, puts on the miles, and I tell you what, this little girl can ride. Got a great horse underneath her, American Quarter Horse Association helping us out there, Copper Spring Ranch as well. I tell you what, she's making a run right now.
18.40 on the run for Taylor Russell, 18.40. Vicky Schwanke, Zortman, Montana. We're going to be talking a lot about this young lady in the future. She's the wife of NFR cowboy Shane Schwanke. They've raised some kids, tipping the barrel, but it doesn't fall over. She's good. Rubbin's racing, Jeff Marr.
Yeah, watch number 3. This is where it all could happen for her. She has a good little turnaround here. Wow, she's getting in close, but we like it. This is where you make some money and some ground up. Just maybe.
18.42, it was close. Close, lingering in that number 2 spot right now unofficially. As we go to her young daughter, Brenda Kruger just graduated Off to college, she's going to be a rodeo cowgirl, Zortman, Montana. Once again, family in the Northern Rodeo Association. There was mom. Here comes her daughter.
Yeah, Vance, how important it is at some of these girls. I can see, we've got some great contestants coming up ahead as she's going around number 2, but the top of the ground, does it mean a lot here at Choteau?
They do a great job keeping the ground, taking care of it for the safety of these equine athletes. I think it always plays a factor how much the ladies are going to show us.
18.55. So she was running with the crew right there.
Very good run for Brenna Kruger. Tylen Reddick, Rudyard, Montana, next to go. Past champion in the junior divisions. Now it's running with the big girls and the ladies, and she's making a stamp on it.
Yeah, she's from farming country up there in Rudyard. I tell you what, she's running home, going to make some cowboy cash here. Cowboy Christmas cash with that 1801, that'll put her in there, in the money right now.
Gayleen Malone still in the lead. Haley, Glassrud, Shonovan.
Yeah, Shonovan. Here's another one. It's exciting to see. You don't get to see a lot of these cowgirls a lot of the time, so making a good appearance here in Choteau. It's nice to see some of these athletes bringing what they have to compete here in Choteau. Independence Day, around number 2. We've got a nice little run started.
Boy, he's really stretching out, really getting close, and sets up a nice pocket. Little bump, she's good. A little wide out of third, but let's see how she does. 17.97.
17.97. That'll put her in the money right now, number 2 spot.
Dina Moykins from Three Forks. She's staying closer to home this year, Jeff Marn. She's rodeoing with her young daughter. Her daughter's competing in both the ladies and the juniors. This is family event. Husband Rick driving him around. This is a good barrel racing horse. The Navigators, many times to the NRA Finals, the NWRA Finals, Montana Women's Pro Rodeo Circuit Finals. She's been around. She's showing it today.
Yeah, and that's what's fun to see, like we touched in our opening here. The family atmosphere Choteau brings. You can't get any better here. Cowboy Christmas at its best with an 18 flat. It still puts her in the money right now.
Maggie Lund, Ronan, Montana. Here's another young one. Just kind of getting old enough to get out of the junior division, now running with the ladies. And once again, you see the light bulb is flickering in the barrel racing event for these Lund girls. Making those horses, they're training them, they're going faster, they're getting better.
Yeah, it's seasoning too here. I mean, you got a capacity crowd of about 3,500 people in Choteau, Montana. It gets the energy level. These horses feel it too. She'll be back, and I guarantee you're going to hear her name a long time, but a 19-13 today for Maggie.
Jeff Marr, we're down to our final ladies barrel racer. Lisa Warfield, Helena, Montana.
It's neat to see ladies like this being able to make a living in what she does and training these great barrel racing athletes. It takes a lot of patience, Vance Ruff, but she's got it, and she's really making a name for herself in the barrel world. She's got that beautiful Palomino here, round number 1, making a run.
Boy, you said it, wrapped right around him, and then, oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
tipping number 2.
Freight train number 2. There'll be some training going back home with that one. She's not going to let that happen, but nice little run with a young horse there. Nothing to frown upon.
23.61, including the 5-second penalty. Lisa Warfield, a little tough luck on Independence Day in Choteau.
We saw a lineup of slack this morning as you're going to look at the leaderboard at the 72nd Annual American Legion Rodeo. It's Tammy Jo Carpenter from this morning's slack, 17.39 in lead. Sealy Salmon comes in with a 17.49, our top 2 here today.
We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for junior breakaway roping. Kylie Lund, Ronan, Montana, Jeff Marn. We saw her older sister a while ago in the ladies barrel racing. Now it's time for her younger sister, Kylie.
And this is what we pointed on. Her dad, great, outstanding bareback rider a few years back. But I tell you what, this is a family tradition, and it's coming.
Boy, it looks like a quick catch right there. Passing over the nose, one of the rules in the junior breakaway. We'll have to check that out. She jumped right out on him.
That barrier rule's in effect. You have to have that calf have a head start before you break that plane, and it looks like we're going to have to add 10 seconds to that.
What a great shot from the Whalen Tire replay. Being able to see how that barrier system works.
So you betcha, there we go with that 13.2 with that penalty added to it. Kylie Lund will be back for another day.
Well, you talked on it, Jeff. Advantage to the livestock always. Giving him the head start, Trinity Bushnell, Helena, Montana. Let's see if she can score just a little bit better.
Bushnell family, bull riders, breakaway ropers. A swing and a miss today, though. Going to be no time for Trinity.
Well, the calves just aren't running out of there, Jeff. We'll see it here on the Whalen Tire replay. A slow start, and she left too soon as well, and you see that pigtail break away, and it's not as easy to rope them when you're that close and right all over the top.
And that's what it is, isn't it? It's all about the patience. I mean, we know that the time starts when they break that, so they got to time that barrier just right.
Let's go to the champ, Luke Murphy, Helena, Montana, the #1 junior breakaway cowboy coming into the weekend. He's honestly, he's just been on a reign of terror all spring long. Scoring sharp, letting it settle. Empty loop today.
And he was coming to be fast, so that's what I love about this young man. I mean, he's competitive. He guns for #1 position each and every time we get to watch him.
It's a great shot right there. You couldn't have been any sooner on the barrier, but yep, you just drop your arm a little bit, that thumb comes up, the tip is up, and right around the top of the eyes, and in no time.
There's a lot to it. So no time for Luke Murphy, but we're going to keep it rattling right along. I know you like this next cowgirl and her abilities too, Vance Ruff.
Taylor Moykins has been working at it. She's trained this horse she's riding. She's from Three Forks, Montana. Really been patient in the box right there. And this is going to play an advantage, I think, here in Choteau, as we've seen the others breaking out, but failing to get it around the calf's neck.
Yeah, that calf had a little more gas than the other ones too there. Had a little bit more run to him. So maybe she was expecting a little something different on the... She was a little late coming out of there, as we saw, but no time for her this afternoon.
Well, when you see the ones in front of you leaving too soon and the calf's not going, you're going to flinch a little bit, maybe change your game plan, hold up at the line, and yet, you said it, she's a little late, the calf gets away, and it's going to be a no time. Ellie Meeks, Geraldine, Montana, our final junior breakaway roper.
Ellie and the Meeks family. Tell you what, there's some rodeo background on them guys, some cowboys as well, but the swing and a miss, as you talked about, how important it is to do.
Well, as we watch this Whalen Tire replay, you're really going to see a good shot right here. Look at it again, right, perfect at the line. Got a great swing going. Really got her tip down, and you're going to see that loop just land right on his back of his neck instead of passing over the nose. Set everything up. A lot of good stuff in that run, other than not catching. It's going to be a no time for the good cowgirl, Ellie Meeks.
So as we look at the leaderboard of the 72nd Annual American Legion Rodeo here in Choteau, that slack sure came to play this morning.
Aiden Zawani, Glasgow, 2.6 is going to get the win. Dylan Johnson in there at 3.5. But Kylie Lund, we saw her. She broke the barrier, but she got her calf caught. She's going to win for it.
The Montana Telecommunications Access Program allows Montanans with disabilities to connect.
My caption phone is an important asset in my work as a financial advisor.
I can stay in touch with the world without touching a thing.
My electronic learning box lets me speak to the world.
My amplified telephone lets me talk to my niece and my friends.
And best of all, for most Montanans, these services are free. Call us at 800-833-8503.
Hey man, got some chew?
No, man. This stuff's dangerous.
Hey, can I get a zip?
No way.
Why not?
Give me one good reason.
It's full of toxic chemicals.
It rots your teeth, and it causes cancer.
Prove it.
It says so right in the can.
Why do you do it?
So then why do you chew?
Well, you know, here at Copper Spring Ranch, for the last few years, I think a lot of people have thought that we're just in the horse business and we have barrel races on the weekend, but we're actually a pretty multifaceted place. We do all of our farming, we produce our own hay, we raise our cattle. You know, we're a real ranch here. Stalls, hookups, our buildings are fantastic, and it's all due to the generosity of Karen Gilhausen, of course. To manage this ranch and take care of such a wonderful facility is an honor and a privilege to me.
Oh, it is celebration time, Independence Day here at the 72nd Annual American Legion Rodeo here in Choteau. Vance, what an outstanding rodeo so far.
It has been good. It's time to go do a little team roping. Jeff Martin heading in heeling time. Chris Westfall on the head side, Wilson Pike, Kalispell Cowboys. They're going to be first.
And this is always fun to see. It's a big weekend, a lot of opportunities to jump up there in that top 10 for the Northern Rodeo Association finals. We got one started here on the heading side.
Oh, wow. Just looked like he got that rope in there good how you'd want it, Jeff, but we slip a leg. It's going to be a 5-second penalty. 6.8 on the run, plus 5. 11 and 8 looks like it's going to be the total. We see the replay right here. Boy, he scored good and a nice snappy little head loop like you were talking about. Set his partner up with an easy shot, and just as he was trying to get that rope out of there and get it tight, one leg gets away.
Wayland Tire replay showing us close and up front action here as we go to the next team coming up to us. Caden Camp, we talked about the all-around talent, and Chase Briggs from Manhattan.
Boy, a hard running steer right there, but Caden's got him. Chase Briggs doesn't miss very many on the back end, and I just brag him up, and what happens?
Yeah, we're going to watch that replay. I'm going to tell you what, once he turned that heading side over, watch the moves on the back end. It was tough to track for that good cowboy. Talk to me about how difficult that is when he finally got that head catch on there. It just looked like that. Heels were really tough to track here.
Well, they knew they were going down the arena quite a ways. That steer running nice and low, but you see him wash out right there.
Yeah.
Chase didn't help himself either, kind of setting up the run. You really want that nice, clean separation to get those two hind feet, but it's going to be a no time for Camp and Briggs.
Well, you talked about this team earlier. We saw some family members, but we're going to go to them right now. Former National Finals Rodeo qualifier Shane Schwenke and Jesse Fleming of Wolf Point, Montana. Here is a Wolfie team in the team roping.
Well, it would be my pick. Boy, Shane, that is another thing you're not going to see very often right there, Jeff Martin.
Yeah, I would have lost a lot of money if I was a betting man, Vance Ruff.
We've been around a few Calcuttas. When Shane Schwenke's on the head side, usually it's money.
Yeah, break the bank. But right off the bat, he knew he was going to be fast. This doesn't happen here tonight in no time. So no time on the Wayland Tire replay as we go to the next team. Jesse Medeiros and Ryan Hamilton out of Manhattan once again.
Well, the lawyer on the head side, he's working his way through school. He's got him caught on the head side. Ryan Hamilton, there's a pair of tie-down ropers that have partnered up together. Look at that, Jeff Martin. Snappy little heel shot at 7 and 4. But we're going to take it back to the Wayland Tire replay. I really want to look at that start. I'm kind of judging it from the response of his heeler after a great loop.
Yeah.
And the header throwing his rope down. We might have a penalty.
Yeah, there was not a lot of celebration going on when there should have been, but it's official now. You saw him break the barrier. That yellow flag comes whipping right behind him.
Advantage to the livestock. You just got to let that steer up. Boy, he threw a shot right under his horse's neck. Almost couldn't even see the steer.
That was nice.
And whammy.
That is handy.
But with the barrier, 17 and 4, going to be a little too long today.
Brent Ross, Shane Sorden, our next team. Melrose Connection coming up.
Well, Brent Ross, the college Cowboys from Sheridan, Wyoming. Living in Bozeman. Shane Sorden, the cowboy, the rancher, the horse trainer from Melrose.
Oh, man, I'm telling you what. You talk about some replay we're going to have to talk about. I want you to watch that heeling side in the box right now. That's rough. I know you've team roped a lot, and take me through this, what just happened here. We'll watch that heeler on that side, but he gets caught up on that fence, it looks like, and I mean jerked him back there.
I can really relate to this run. I've been in this very arena a few years ago, same setup, and same thing happened to me.
Well, tough luck, but no time for him here today.
It's not a foul, and it's exactly what happens. It's just part of the game. Matthew Brewer, Tyler Sarrazin, Livingston, Montana. Coming back into action. Tyler, he's been taking a few years off. This year cracking back out. They're next to go. Oh, Matthew Brewer. Empty loop, Jeff Martin.
Yeah, it's not going to get you much money as we're looking at the big screen up there. The Whalen Tyler replay will show us what went wrong coming up, but another good team here. That a little tough luck in Choteau today.
Well, Steer was just really trying to get over there to the left on him. I don't know if his healer was pushing him a little too far left. Just didn't set up a nice snappy little head loop. They're going to take no time.
A guy that could be fast is this next team coming up. You're talking about Charlie Lenning, Tristan Matt of Bridger. These guys, you know. Tristan, college cowboy, went to the University of Montana. Let's see if something good can come out of this.
Well, we tried fishing it on Big Charlie Lenning. We'll have to go back to that Whalen Tire replay. Really get a good look at the barrier. Tristan, as you talked, he started his career in Bozeman, then transitioned to Missoula. The all-around talent. He was really excited about roping with Charlie this summer. Right there, just tried to let it lie, and as he tried to fish it on, it fell back off. It's going to be a no time. Final team today, Chase Mitchell, John Bell. Chase Mitchell, he was going to school as a Bobcat, took some time off. Now it's about rodeo and the all-around talent, the tie-down roper, the team roper, and Wicked on the heels. John Bell from Harlem. This could be fast.
Got a good head catch there. Trying to clean it up on the heeling side. There we go.
Faced up and tight. You see the clock, 10-3. We'll have to kind of look at that Whalen Tire replay and see what was happening there on the corner. He really had to track in around that steer. Chase getting a good start. Really sets it up good.
Yeah, right here I thought Barry was going to turn and burn one, but like you said, a little bobble about right here.
He felt something that wasn't right. That steer just kind of still, those hind feet washing out. He waited him out, took a good shot right there. Yes.
Yeah.
Clay O'Brien Cooper will tell you every time. Take good shots. 10-3, smooth run. We'll see if it works out for him. But again, the leaderboard from the slack, also paying dividends. Carlson and Schweigert 6-4. Obsnack and Little at 7-9, all the way down to 9-3. Team open is complete. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for steer wrestling. Jeff Marn, the big man's event. Zane Marsenko, Zortman, Montana.
A good way to start it off. A little late coming out of that box. That steer has a heck of a head start on him, and I mean, he is trucking. But what's good about these Marsenkos, there's no quitting them, and we're going to see it right there. It'll prove in the Whalen Tire replay as we watch the action. Talk to me about it looked like he was a little late, but he had a runner, didn't he, Vance?
I really thought that steer just beat him out of there. But yeah, you're right. His horse, instead of breaking down the wall or maybe towards the middle, might have broke a little too much to the pin. And we'll talk about what the pin means in a second. As you see him swipe the nose, handled him good after getting his feet set and going really fast.
Yeah.
Might have taken him a little too far down the arena, however.
And being the first guy out is something to talk about, too, in the steer wrestling. Not to being able to see where you should run at that barrier, see a guy kind of feel it out, but I guarantee you Cody Weiberg or Victor Montana is going to go for it.
You see him getting that horse set right in the corner, Jeff Marn. What a great shot from our cameraman. As we talked about the pin, that's what's pulling right there where the barrier's connected.
Yeah.
We're going to come back to that because his horse as well broke right to the front of the chute.
And I tell you what, that steer had to look at that. Hazer was right on top of doing his job, but no time for him here today.
Hazer's pushing him one way, and if he breaks to the chute like that, the steer's going to get in front of him, and you're absolutely right. Ty Everson, East Helena, Montana, another young superstar, just completed his freshman year of college.
And this is bulldogging country. East Helena country has made a name for itself in the world of bulldogging, but I'm telling you what, those Wranglers got work right there.
Just a little too wide, and again, his Hazer, things are happening fast. It's still relatively early in our rodeo season. Steers are fresh, feeling good. Steer gets away in no time.
We're going back to Helena, the Bignell family. Talk about athletes, the cousins, the brothers. I tell you what, this is an outstanding family of athletes. Kobe Bignell, Helena, Montana.
Well, just great people as well. They're ranchers. His cousin over there hazing for him. Kobe not quitting. The big left arm and a 7.8 on the run.
Yeah, these boys are stout too. When they get a hold of something, they're probably not going to get away from them. Watching the replay, we talked about how the first ducked out, but he had a clean start, but he had another runner too, so he had to go down the arena. But he made it worthwhile when he got a hold of him.
He did, and you saw his horse right there in the replay. His horse broke right where you wanted him to in the middle of the box, and the Hazer held off to not push that steer too far left. Great job, Kobe Bignell. So 7.8, fastest time we've seen so far. The red, white, and blue, the signature shirt of the 4th of July for Parker Bignell.
Well, if that doesn't say America, nothing does.
That's right. Hall, Montana. He is a past champion in the Northern Rodeo Association. You and I have talked a lot about him. Oh.
And he's a big enough boy. He can wear whatever he wants, but in no time here tonight, a tip of the hat for him for being so patriotic, but that's what he's going to get here tonight in no time.
Clayt Graney, Helena, Montana, getting set to go. It's been a long time since you and I've got to talk about Clayt. Cracking back out in 2017. We're happy to see him.
Yeah, Clayt's another one of them really aggressive bulldogger. If he gets a hold of something, look out, because he'll twist the top right off of one. Go ahead, Clayt. Nice little run.
Very good at 7-3.
I mean, a long, lanky bulldogger, I tell you what, like we talked about, the aggression, he goes at him, boy. Watching the replay right here, Vance, talk me through it.
Well, I really like the setup. Kobe Bignell doing a little hazing for him. Clayt coming in there, you see him nice and tight, but not taking his feet away. And that lets Clayt stand up, and then noses, see how it fades away from him, and that holds things up. But Clayt held it together so the steer doesn't get away. 7-3. Giving yourself a chance to win some money in Choteau.
I like it. Riley Joyce will be the next bulldogger coming up. Geraldine Talent.
Oh, there's another one of those stars and stripes. I'm thinking you and I are the only two that don't own a shirt like that.
I am a little jealous of the boys here. Geraldine, Montana, represented America well here today. Of course, his father owns Joyce Fuel and Feeds over there. The beautiful store that keeps the Geraldine country ticking here, as we got one down the arena a ways, but he's going to go for it.
Oh, that big steer. You saw him right there jumping and pushing on him the whole time. And if you don't get that set up, that's exactly what happens. The steer wins the rest of the match.
They will put a crease in the resistol before you know it. No time for the Geraldine man.
Final steer wrestler, Caden Camp. Belgrade, Montana. Here is the future. He's an all-around talent, a tie-down roper, a steer wrestler, a team roper. He's going on to nationals. The DBRC Ranch in Belgrade, Montana. Oh, Caden.
Yes.
The athleticism is taking over.
You know, we talked about this in our opening, which is also great to see because you get youth coming up into these Northern Rodeo Association rodeos. A little confidence. They're what we're going to see in tomorrow's rodeo. Great run right here.
Great camera shot of the barrier. He scored perfectly. His hazer right there on time. Going to be a senior in high school. He's growing. He's getting bigger. He loves steer wrestling, and it's showing. And he's in the lead right now. You see the congratulations, the 5.4 from even the judges liked it. Caden's happy. Leaderboard, there he is, getting the win at 5-4, Caden Camp. 72nd Annual American Legion Rodeo.
We'll be right back right after this.
Listen up, parents. Here's what we know.
And what we don't know.
E-cigarette use tripled among teens nationwide in just 1 year.
It's worse here in Montana. Our teens use it even higher rates.
What's in e-cigarettes anyway?
And what happens when our kids get addicted?
No one knows yet. Do you remember when they said that cigarettes were safe?
We don't want our kids to be the next lab rats. E-cigarettes equal big profit for big tobacco.
We have to protect the next generation.
Outstanding products help produce outstanding yields, which is why Valley Irrigation manufactures the most advanced center pivots, corners, and linears the irrigation industry has to offer. Our innovative technology and reliable dealers can help you save water, energy, and labor. No one else can offer you the same durability and dependability that a Valley machine can. Reliable water delivery is too important to entrust to anyone less than the leader in precision irrigation. Contact your local Valley dealer today.
Scrap metal for cash? Come visit us at Central Montana's leader in recycling, steel, etc. in Great Falls. Our center processes steel, stainless steel, aluminum, copper, brass, and lead. And we pay cash for scrap based on weight. We also accept batteries, electric motors, paper, cardboard, and more. And our roll-off containers are available for any scrap projects you have. We even buy and recycle junk cars. Trade your scrap for cash. Visit us at steeletc.com or call us at 761-4848.
What an afternoon of rodeo it's been here at the American Legion Rodeo in Choteau, Montana. The young guns came to play ball like we thought they would. Vance Ruff, talk about it.
Caden Camp, Belgrade, Montana. Just going to be a senior in high school. Jeff Marty wins the steer wrestling today, building momentum as he moves on to the National High School Finals Rodeo coming up soon. Good job for the all-around talent.
Yes, we also saw the veterans come to play here. Cole Thorson, the former Northern Rodeo Association champion in the saddle bronc riding. What an outstanding day at the American Legion here in Choteau. Folks, part number 2 is going to be coming back. Invite you to tune in next time. Thanks for tuning in.